So Bernie Sanders, talking to Ben about Bernie. I think, first of all, I love this this clip that we're about to play because Bernie is. It's not just that he's running as a socialist. He's been in Congress since the 90s, and he's always self-identified as a democratic socialist. And I actually think, particularly for younger people, when they realize that this is just really, I mean, there's nothing radical about it. This is just the governing philosophy of many parts of Western Europe, and certainly is the governing philosophy that created the infrastructure of places like the Scandinavian countries and France, which is why they have better outcomes in health and education and other areas. They obviously have a lot of other problems, but certainly when it comes to things like healthcare systems, they're doing far better than us overall, without question. And Bernie's not shying away from that label at all. George Stephanopoulos, who had Bernie Sanders on over this past weekend, asked Bernie about the socialist label. And then let's listen and watch how this exchange turns out. I enjoyed this a lot.
Is it really possible for someone who calls himself a socialist to be elected president of the United States?
Well, so long as we know what democratic socialism is. And if we know that in countries in Scandinavia, like Denmark, Norway, Sweden, they are very democratic countries. Obviously, the voter turnout is a lot higher than it is in the United States. In those countries, health care is a right of all people. In those countries, college education, graduate school is free. In those countries, retirement benefits, child care are stronger than in the United States of America. And in those countries, by and large, government works for ordinary people in the middle class rather than, as is the case right now in our country, for the billionaire class.
I can hear the Republican attack ad right now. He wants America to look more like Scandinavia.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong when you have more income and wealth equality? What's wrong when they have middle class in many ways than we do, a higher minimum wage than we do, when they're stronger on the environment than we do? Look, the fact of the matter is we do a lot in our country, which is good, but we can learn from other countries. We have, George, the highest rate of childhood poverty of any major country on earth at the same time as we're seeing a proliferation of millionaires and billionaires. Frankly, I don't think that's sustainable. I don't think that's what America is about.
That's exactly right. See, that answer is so beautiful because that's all you need. When you talk about the conversation with the mainstream media, that's what you need in those exchanges. Of course we should be more like Scandinavia when it comes to cutting down on childhood poverty. Of course we should be down. We should have no childhood poverty. We should have no poverty, period. Of course we should be like Scandinavia when it comes to delivering healthcare, free public education, on environmental policy, on lower levels of inequality. This is mind-blowingly obvious. Why would you not? That's like saying, whatever field of human endeavor you go into, whether you want to be fit and healthy, you look at the models of the people that are the most fit and healthy. You want to do something well. I try to look and watch and listen to the best broadcasters and analysts and comedians I can find anywhere, because that's how I learn to be better. Why would you stay stuck in your ways when you're underperforming? And you know what? Scandinavia could learn from us, believe it or not, on issues like multiculturalism and having a multifaceted society. In some ways, we're further ahead of them on those issues. It's not about them being better or either or, but you take from the best. And this talking point that, oh, he wants us to look more like Scandinavia, as if that's a standalone. That's not a standalone. That's just stupidity. And he handled it beautifully.